Hey there, it's Chris from Good Roads. The weather's warming up, y'all, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to tackle a project for sand, sun, summer fun. I'm going to show you a dead simple way to build your own skimboard. Skimboarding is a super fun board sport that you can do in the shallows, and it is one of my favorite beach day activities. To get started, we're going to need to cut material. We're going to be pressing the board out of sheets of plywood, and I'm using 3 sheets of 1/8 inch Baltic birch plywood. I got my sheets off of Amazon, and I'll have a link down below, but lumber prices are pretty insane right now, so you might be better off sourcing yours locally. I suspect that for this project, even standard plywood would work alright, and while the board might be less durable, it might also be lighter. I cut my boards to width, and then, to reduce the amount of glue I'm going to need, I also cut off the corners of my sheets. A skimboard needs some rocker, which is to say it needs to curve upward at the nose and a little bit at the tail. To get these curves into the board, all you need to do is prop up the nose on a block of wood, prop up the tail on a smaller block of wood, and then, after applying some glue, we're going to clamp down some boards to press the skimboard into shape. So now that that's laid out, let's apply our glue. Since I've got 3 sheets of plywood, I'm spreading the glue onto all the surfaces that are going to be on the inside of the board. I'm using a foam roller, but you can use a squeegee or a brush, anything you want really. Just make sure that you get the surfaces well covered. Use what you got. Once your sheets are glued and stacked up, lay your boards down over the plywood and clamp them down. I also like to add a couple extra clamps around the edges just to make sure I get a good bond. Remember, there's no such thing as too many clamps. Now that everything's clamped down, you can see the rocker in the nose and tail that's going to help our skimboard slide over the water. At this point, we need to wait a day or two so that the glue can dry and lock those curves into place. Then come back and unclamp your blank. Hell yeah, that definitely seems like it worked. Looking good. You know what? That was so easy, I'm gonna make another one real quick. Cut. Glue. Clamp. Cure. And bang, 2 blanks ready for shaping. To shape the boards, I'm going to give myself a center line. And then make myself a paper template that I can trace onto both sides to get a nice symmetrical design. I rough cut it out with a jigsaw. Then refine the shape with a palm sander. If you're on a budget, sandpaper and a sanding block will work just fine. It'll just take a little bit of elbow grease. Rinse and repeat for the smaller board. The next step is to shape the rails or sides of the board. For a skimboard, we want a square edge on the bottom of the board with rounded edges on top. You can use files, sandpaper, or any number of inexpensive methods to get these curves. Use what you got. But what I've got is this 3D printed router jig that's specifically made to do the job, so that's what I'm gonna use. This orange version is a prototype, but if you're interested, the print files for the finished version are available for purchase at goodroadscollective.com, and the physical versions will be coming out soon. A little bit more palm sanding to clean everything up, and the boards are shaped and ready to finish. The plain birch will work just great, but for some added fun, I'm using RIT dyes to give my boards a wash of color. Then finishing them with spar varnish, which is the kind of finish used on wooden boats. And the boards are done! Let's head to the beach and see how they work. Came out pretty good. I gave the smaller board to my nieces. You gotta support the groms. I haven't skimboarded in years, and it was great getting out there again. I forgot how much fun it was. I am definitely rusty, but with a little luck, this landlocked mountain man will get a couple more beach days in, and I can brush up on my skills. I mentioned earlier in the video that a standard plywood might actually be a better idea than the Baltic birch I used in this build, and here's why. This thing is heavy. I tried to get it as close as possible to the recommended dimensions of a skimboard for someone my size, and it ends up being a lot of wood, and a lighter plywood might really benefit you there. There's also a much more advanced construction method that makes a super buoyant deck, but we'll have to circle back to that a little later on the channel. This technique though, I hope you guys can agree, it is a very simple build. All it takes is some wood, some glue, and some very basic tools, and in a matter of days, you can have your own DIY skimboard. So, if you like this kind of project and want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to stick around for all of the awesome DIY board sport stuff we do here on the channel. Huge shout out, as always, to my patrons. Their support and viewers like you are what enable me to keep tackling these projects week after week, keep making videos and content for you guys to watch and enjoy. If you're interested in supporting the channel, go ahead and check it out. If you got questions or comments, leave them down below. If you decide to make a skimboard for yourself, please let me know. I love seeing the boards you guys build. Tag me on Instagram, @ChrisFromGoodRoads. That's gonna be it for this one. As always, I love having you guys along for the ride. Thank you so much for coming through, and until next time, I'll see you soon. Here's to a good summer. Did the thing. Hopefully recorded. Batteries, yeah baby. Yeah, battery's still alive. Card is not full. Good stuff.